Still on the hunger and hardship protest across Nigeria, where you have some parts of Nigeria erupting violence and others in relative peace, while there is zero protest in other parts of Nigeria. We're going to be discussing each on their stand in this particular hunger and hardship protest. And joining us via Zoom is Chekwas Okore to discuss this stand and the reason why Igbos have actually taken this stand towards this protest. Good morning, Mr. Chekwas. Can you hear us?
Good morning. I can hear you loud and clear.
Correct. I hope you're feeling good this morning.
I'm good.
Great. So, Mr. Chekwas, news that southeastern states have not joined the protests in any.
Yeah.
What are your views and why do you think this is really?
Well, the thing is, it's all very clear to all Nigerians, whichever tribe they belong to, that for several years, right from 1953, 53 was the year I was born myself. I'm 71 years today as I speak.
Wow,
right from 1950. Thank you. So right from 1953, Igbo people had been scapegoats. Anything that is termed national riot, even when there's a domestic quarrel in somewhere in Nigeria, try and link Igbo to that domestic quarrel and seize the opportunity to attack Igbo people. So it's been over the years, and recently, leaders, and may he so rest in peace, the immediate past president for Hanese, of course, speaking the mind of Ndibo and the decision of all of us in Imobi, we advise Igbo people to distance themselves from any of these riots so that can reduce our losses from just to trying the Nigerians. So the last time this riot took place, people didn't participate. This time, they didn't need anybody to advise them. Even some of us still came out publicly to advise. But I think that message has sunk in. So any other time Nigerians are calling for riot, we don't even need to bother ourselves telling Igbo people what their position should be. And look at now, we have saved lives. We are not counting bodies right now, as we used to count. Are the ways of our young people, unemployed people who found me livelihood are not being looted wantonly, and so it is off. But I can tell you that that is not a good sign here for an ethnic group as Igbo that is spread all over the country to begin to withdraw. Events of this nature sends such signal that should worry any person who is in government. Because when you push somebody to the point that he chose to keep quiet and not talk, that does not mean that he's not thinking. And I don't think Nigerians or those in power should take it that Igbo have been so uncared that they cannot even protest. In fact, that is a signal for something ominous, and government should begin to look into that.
Mr. Chief Chekwas, what do you think the impact will be on the Southeast after the protest?
The impact, as I've already told you, that so we are not counting bodies, Igbo people all over the country. So far, we are not counting demolished buildings. We are not counting demolished or loot shops of Igbo people. So far, nobody is threatening to put people into the lagoon. So it has become positive. And now, Igbo people actually protested, but they protested in their very unique and point manner. You see, when a thing like this happens, and entire Igbo people who constitute the most populous ethnic group in Nigeria decide to participate with their backside, that is, to sit back and watch, then something is wrong with country of that nature. There's a signal, something ominous is brewing somewhere. And somebody in government ought to be very much concerned and begin to find out why are Igbo people resigning themselves to events of national importance of this nature. So, but so far, so good for us. And I think we have learned our lessons, and we may begin to approach everything national in that.
All right. All right, Chief Chekwas, you the fact that for as long as you can remember, the Igbo tribe has been analyzed right from the year in which you were born, which was in 1953. So, should the demands of the protesters be met, after this protest? If their demands are actually met, what, in your opinion, do you think would be the outcome in that? Don't you think lead to more marginalization of the Igbo tribe? What are your thoughts?
Well, first of all, I think the government, let me be charitable to the federal government of President Tinubu. His mode of engagement has actually been paying off, because this thing ought to have been worse than it is. And I remember he invited traditional leaders from all over the country. He's reached out to so many pro-democracy organizations, civil society organizations, youth organizations, discreetly and in a strategic manner. And that is part of when this protest is even manageable. But for Igbo marginalization, I can tell you, I tell you that he who is down fears no fall anymore. But I'm saying that somebody who has been pushed to the wall has an option for a pushback. This marginalization did not start now. When the war ended in 1970.
Okay, we have Chief Chekwas. We're going to be bringing in another guest to join on this conversation.
The government of
Barrister.
no,
Chief Chekwas.
Yeah.
Please hold on. Your network is a bit
an incoming
shaky.
call has just disrupted. I can't see myself anymore.
No problem, sir. We'll get back to you. Just hold on the line. We'll get back to you. We're going to be bringing in another guest to join us on this conversation, Barrister Haya King from Port Harcourt. Barrister Haya King, can you hear us? Barrister, can you please unmute your mic? Kindly unmute mic.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Ah, beautiful. Barrister, would like to get your views on the current situation happening in Nigeria with, of course, the protests nationwide, but the Southeast has decided not to join the protest. What's your take on this? Barrister, can you unmute your mic? Kindly unmute your mic for us, Barrister. I think we're having a little bit of issues with the barrister. We're going to be going back to Chief Chekwas. Okay, I think we're having the same with Chief Chekwas. Well, we're going to be going on a very short break and back to continue this conversation. Welcome back. We're back with our guests. We have Barrister Haya King and Chief Chekwas Okori on Zoom with us.
Good morning, Mr. Haya King. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Beautiful.
I can hear you.
Beautiful. Hi, please. We would like to get your input. Of course, we know about the hunger and hardship protests going on in the country, and today is the day 4. But the Southeast has decided it's no longer used. We've seen it that the Southeast are not participating in this protests against hardship and hunger. What's your take on this?
Well, Chief over there said, I agree with him that not the protest is worse than joining the protest. That is the truth about not joining the protest is worse than joining the protest. Because for people as big as the evil, not joining the protest is a very bad signal. I can assure you that it's a very, very bad signal. For the protest, yes, we need the protest. People need to speak out because what is happening is not something that's affecting only the poor. It's affecting everybody. It's affecting the politicians. It's affecting everybody. So it's something needs to be done. Anybody that tells you that nothing is wrong in Nigeria is not being fair. There is something wrong. Something is definitely wrong somewhere. There is a problem, and that problem needs to be fixed. There is something going on. If anybody thinks there is no problem, that person is not being truthful to himself, is not being truthful at all. There is a problem in Nigeria, and the people at the helm of affairs must wake up, must do something urgently for that matter. I have always said, if you bounce a football to wall, the football must come back. And I told people, I said, this protest, yes, they plan the protest, but I am not expecting anything more than what has already happened to come out of the protest. Because like I used to say, I said, you don't plan protest, you don't plan revolution. It just happens. It's a spontaneous reaction. It's not something you plan. And for me, the big thing is coming after. The big one is going to come. It's going to be coming after now. For me, the big revolution is going to come. For people to sit at home not coming out, it's a very bad signal. I can tell you that something is about to happen bigger, something greater is about to happen. If it is done by the people at the saddle of affairs in Nigeria, if they don't undo it quickly and urgently, something is about to happen. That is the truth. Because, like I said, I don't see much coming out of. I don't expect to see more than what I have already seen in these days. People have lost their lives, unfortunately. I was on air on July, and I admonished people and said, it's your right to protest. It's your right to protest. To say, I don't like what is going on. And the protest is even in your favor. This protest is in favor of people, the policemen, the army, the civil servants, the soldiers, the air force, everything from this protest. Those of us in the private sector and the politicians too, the country collapses. If the country goes into crisis, there won't be what to do anymore. So the politicians and those working in government, they are the ones that will benefit. Because we in the private sector, we are managing. For instance, the minimum wage, I have been paying more than 30,000 for over 7 years to my staff. The rich person, I have been paying more than 30,000 for the past 6-7 years. So, meanwhile, the government are willing to pay 30,000. Now that they have assessed 50, some people have not paid. We are paying more than that before now. So, what we are saying is that the policeman that is blind to kill people, the soldier that has been threatening to kill people, something gets better. It is for your own interest. It is not my own interest. It is not for me to protect some people. So, protest is justified. The killing one is injustice. It's unjustified. It's injustice. It's injustice.
Barrister, I'd like to ask a very quick question. My colleague asked Chief Chekwas a question, and I would like to, through the question to you. Igbo have been marginalized. We've seen this over the years. Do you think protests and everything has been met? Do you think the marginalization would be more intense?
No, but it shouldn't be more intense. The marginalization to even to be reduced. For instance, let me even tell you, Igbos are not the only ones that have been marginalized in the south. I am from a village in that state that produces the highest number of gas used for the Afam power station. We didn't have electricity for the past 54 years. We only got electricity in 2006. Meanwhile, the first Afam power station, the gas is from my village. It's from my own village, my own father's land. We didn't have it 54 years. It was a passenger in 2006 where he commissioned the Afam phase 4, the power station phase 4. And he asked, do people have electricity? We said no for the past 55 years because that gas plant was used in 1961 or 62. So we said no. You know, to give them light. But how we got light for the first time. Up till now, I don't have my village of 20-something oil wells. The gas wells are about 15, 16, 17 gas, only gas. I don't have one oil well. Is that not marginalization? In my village, there is no single development. My oil was found before Olympics. My village oil was found as far back as 1950. Olympics is 1956. 1950, I have the documents to show. Oil was my village. But marginalization, we have the marginalized over the people. And I expect not seeing, not joining.
All right, Barrister Hayakin.
They should be favored now. The government should favor them. And people, other people that have also been marginalized over the years. Because marginalization is not black protest. Marginalization is what
Hayakin. We'll get back to you in a few moments, but we'll have to quickly get back to Chief Chekwa. Thank you so much for that insight. Chief Chekwas, can you hear us?
You can kindly unmute your mic, Chief Chekwas.
Chief Chekwas, are you with us?
Yes, I am with you. Hearing
me? Great.
Yeah.
So, Chief, I have this question for you. One of our guests over on Zoom to the fact that, and I quote him, he said, not referring to the Igbo tribe, not joining the protest than joining the protest. Talking about aloofness of the Igbo tribe towards the protest. What are your thoughts to this response?
Yeah, what he said is exactly earlier, but in a different presentation. As he made that emphasis that when a group as large as Igbo people stay out of an event like a national event like this, that it is a signal of something ominous to come. I think I same was earlier. So I agree we're on the same page on that one. That as far as Igbo non-participation and it should also, their non-participation should concern those in authority. What are we doing wrong that these whole people have decided to act as if they are no longer part of the country? It is something to worry government about, and it is a good sign. I think that's just what I'll say for now.
All right, Chief.
Hello. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Would it be correct? I want to get your thoughts on this notion, because we have a lot of people coming, individuals, especially outside of the Igbo extract, come in and say Igbos are not interested in this protest, they are just not participating, they don't care. But would it be correct to say it could be that Igbos are protesting in their own unique way, which you have to, given the, trends, before take us through some of these trends. Quite recently, currently, the hashtag Igbo must go, protest. So are Igbos fired in their stance? And then just take us through this to make the viewer understand why Igbos are taking this particular stand.
Yeah, well, let me maybe put it again different. Igbo people have always been targeted. we try to be Nigerians like other Nigerians. And they have found a solution to that on their own. And that solution is to keep protest with their backside. In other words, sit back and watch others do their own thing. And I said Igbo people protested in their very unique and pregnant manner in this aspect. So let me just quickly go the hashtag Igbo must go, because that one is also another dangerous signal that will be like an ill wind that will blow nobody any good. I expect government at the center will have all the technology that needed to bring to book those who are pushing all that bigotry through the social media. They even have a well-known X handle called Lagos Media. But this whole hatred coming from Southwest and from the Yoruba was caused by the Nigerian government. This is just a backlash of bad policy. Before the war, the One Port, the Port Harcourt Seaport, Ness Seaport, and Warri Seaport, and all of those coastal seaports were functioning. And you did not find Igbo people trooping down to Lagos. People from different African countries were coming to Onitsha to buy things. People from Central African countries, Cameroon, Kenya, Congo, were coming to Aba to buy things.
All right.
And things were moving. There was made in Aba products before I was even born. So things were moving well. But when the war ended, so hold on please, when the war ended, they decided to abandon these seaports and people had to start moving to Lagos. It is that population explosion in Lagos, as part of this bad policy, that has now threatened those who it is their own place and are turning back. Look, let the government fix local, all the eastern seaports down to Calabar. In 10 years, Lagos will be empty. So let me tell you, every Christmas, it has happened since the war ended. Every Christmas or festivity that people live to go and celebrate, Lagos becomes a ghost town. That is to indicate to them what Lagos will be, a conducive environment at home, to do for our people to do their normal business.
Thank you, Chief Chekwas. Thank you for that wonderful insight, taking us through memory lane. But that's about the much take with you. Thank you so much for sticking around with us.
Thank you, Amen.
We will be going now to Higher King. Barrister, are you close?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, Barrister, the president has come out to make a statement after 4 days of the protest. Of comment and reaction has popped up. But of course, we would like to get your input on this.
Well, I think the statement by the president, for me, is neither here nor there. Let me say this first. I think from the president, I have said that if he had become the president, maybe we see in the situation that we are, or even worse or better. I say so because the people, I have asked this question. Let me ask this question. You say Bola watching or his age. Let them ask him. Will any president, if Bola is coming to power, if they want to punish Nigeria? I don't think any president, let me ask you, I don't think any president or governor or any politician will say, oh, I want to get into power, and make laws, punish people, to make sure people suffer and all that. And I don't think anybody, I don't have to defend them. I don't think any president has that intention. They will not make good intention. But to steal money, and all of them have the same intention. If you put me in the position of authority, I may steal money. I may be forced to steal money. The system is conjectured in a way that you must steal money. It encourages you to steal money. The system encourages mandates to force you to be corrupt. That is the system we have. That one man is very powerful, can do anything you like. The system was to be a system where the one like America. We told you Obama didn't want to steal money. They have, but the system will make things not to work. will something work when, for instance, people are saying you should bring down fuel to 200 naira? How is it going to work when there is no local refinery refining any of this fuel? How will industry thrive when we are not producing electricity? How will these companies move when they cannot function on their own? Yes.
Barrister Hierarchy, can you hear me?
I can hear
you. Because of time, we would have to let you go right now. We appreciate your input and your insight on this. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And still to come is lawyer and actor Okonkwo. He's going to be discussing more and further on this discussion. Stay tuned. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And of course, go to our website at www.signaturetv.org. See you after the break.